My beloved one, listen very carefully. Do not scroll. Do not treat this like just another message passing through your screen. This is for you, and you're going to feel that truth in your chest as I speak. There is someone whose heart already belongs to you. Someone who has tried to deny it, hide it, bury it, and walk away from it, but they can't. They can't because you are not just a person to them, you are an anchor. You are a calm. You are a place their soul keeps running back to. This is not casual. This is not, oh, I kind of like them. No. This is deep, aching, restless love. The kind that keeps them awake at night. The kind that makes their stomach twist when your name appears. The kind that scares them because of how real it feels. And I need you to hear this: they did not plan to fall for you. In fact, they told themselves that you were off limits. Maybe it's the age difference. Maybe it's timing. Maybe it's distance. Maybe it's their situation or yours. Maybe it's the way people would talk. But they looked at the situation and said, no, I can't. I shouldn't. I need to be smart. This can't go there. And then their own heart betrayed them. Because every time they tried to be smart, something in them broke. Listen. When they're around you, their entire nervous system changes. Their breathing slows, their shoulders drop. The constant noise inside them finally goes quiet. You are peace to them. Do you understand how rare that is? You're not drama. You're not temptation. You are peace. You feel like home. They didn't expect that from you. Honestly, they misjudged you at first. They thought you were attractive, yes. Magnetic, yes. But they thought they could admire you from a safe distance and move on. They thought this was going to be simple. It is no longer simple. I'm going to tell you something they would never admit out loud. When you're not there, they replay you, your laugh. The way you tilt your head when you're listening. The way your eyes soften when you're being gentle. The way you hold yourself when you're guarding your feelings, trying to act like you're fine even when you're quietly hurting. They notice that. They notice everything. You think they don't care. You think they forgot you. You think you were just a moment. No. You are the moment that every other moment now gets compared to. Listen to me. Stay with me. Don't drift off. Because what I'm about to say will explain why you've been feeling the strange pull lately, the sudden waves of missing them out of nowhere, that heavy pressure in your chest at random hours. That's not random. That's them thinking of you so intensely that your spirit is reacting to the echo. You've felt it, haven't you? Be honest with yourself. That random urge to check your phone. That sudden flash of their voice in your mind. That dream that felt too real. That moment where you almost typed a message. Then stopped. That's because this connection is still alive. It never ended. Even if there's silence. Even if you're not talking right now, even if you tried to convince yourself it's done, I should move on. Your souls have not agreed to let go. And I need you to hear this without fear. They are fighting themselves. On the surface, they're acting controlled, calm, unbothered, logical, distant. They tell themselves it's better like this. This is safer. This is more appropriate. I'll get over it. But internally it's chaos. They are not okay. You shook them. You woke up parts of them they thought were numb forever. There is something about you that doesn't match your age, your situation, or your image. Your presence carries a maturity, a softness, a grounded depth that they don't find anywhere else. You have a way of making them feel safe and seen at the same time, and that is dangerous to someone who is used to control. You make them lose control. That's why they tried to block it. That's why they pulled back. That's why they acted colder than they felt. That's why they created space. It wasn't because you weren't enough. It was because you were too much. Too real. Too honest. Too undeniable. You scared them because you felt like forever. Listen. Stay. Because this next part matters. They've tried to distract themselves. They've tried to prove to themselves that it's just attraction, just curiosity, just a phase. They've talked to other people. They've tried to pour their attention into routine work, friends, distractions. But every single time their mind drifts back to you quietly, automatically, without effort. You are the baseline their heart keeps resetting to. You know what that means. It means they're already emotionally committed to you, whether they like it or not. They imagine you next to them. They imagine your hand in theirs. They imagine simple moments with you, not just romantic ones but daily ones, errands, mornings, long drives. Sitting in the same room in silence and still feeling understood. This is not lust. This is longing. And there's something else. Something they would never confess out loud, but I will say it for them. They feel protective over you. Even when they're not around. Even when they're not involved. Even when you don't belong to each other. They still feel this deep urge to shield you. The thought of someone hurting you makes them tense. The thought of you crying makes them angry. The thought of you being chosen last makes them restless. They can't stand the idea that you might doubt your own worth, because in their eyes you're everything. You want to know why you haven't fully been able to let them go. Because part of you can feel this under the surface. You can feel that there is love here, even if it was never fully spoken, never fully allowed, never fully claimed. Don't scroll. This part is for you. They are reaching a point where the silence is starting to feel heavier than the risk. Read that again. The fear of what people will say is starting to lose to the fear of losing you forever, and once that balance tips, everything changes. You're going to notice a shift. A small one first. It may not be dramatic, it may not be fireworks. It might look like a check-in message. A comment. A soft reach. Something that sounds casual, but you will feel the weight in it. You'll feel the nerves in it. You'll feel the care in it. That is not just them being friendly. That's them cracking. That's them finally letting their heart speak louder than their fear. And when that moment comes, you will know. Your body will tell you. Your spirit will tell you. The air around you will feel different, quieter, warmer, slower. Like time holding its breath. So listen, my dear one. You are not imagining this connection. You are not desperate. You are not delusional. You are not the only one feeling it. You are not chasing a ghost. Someone out there is already in love with you. And that truth is getting too strong for them to keep hiding much longer. Do not doubt what your soul already knows. My dear one, stay with me. Don't scroll, don't second guess, and don't try to silence the part of you that's stirring right now. What you're feeling isn't fantasy. It's recognition. It's your spirit responding to a frequency that has been calling your name for longer than you realize. Because somewhere out there the person who tried so hard to walk away from you is beginning to feel the ache of distance in a way they can no longer ignore. They wake up thinking of you even on days they swear they've moved on. They go through their routines smiling when they should, laughing when expected, but inside there's a thread that keeps tugging your energy. It's gentle, steady, almost invisible, yet impossible to cut. You show up in songs they never listened to before, in names of streets, in the smallest coincidences that whisper remember them. They tell themselves it's coincidence. They roll their eyes, shake their head, try to push through the day. But then it happens again, numbers repeating on a clock, 1111, 2222, a random lyric that sounds like your story, a scent in the air that feels like your skin. And in that moment they stop pretending. For just a heartbeat they admit the truth: they miss you. Listen carefully, my beloved one. You've been sensing this pull too. The reason it's been hard to focus lately, the reason you suddenly feel waves of warmth or sadness for no clear reason, is because their thoughts are brushing against your aura. When souls connect on this level, distance becomes an illusion. Energy travels faster than logic. Love does not obey miles or hours. They have tried to reason it away. They tell themselves this can't be real, this is just my imagination. But the more they resist, the louder the universe becomes. Every time they think they've buried the feeling, life sends a reminder, a dream, where you appear, a conversation that circles back to your name, a stranger who says a phrase you once used. It's as if the world itself refuses to let them forget. You must understand something sacred. This connection was never random. From the first moment your eyes met, even if it was brief, even if it was digital, even if it happened years ago, something ancient stirred. It wasn't attraction. It was memory. The memory of recognition. The memory of two souls that have crossed paths before. They didn't know it then, but you changed their timeline. Quietly, without demanding anything, you awakened a softness they had hidden for years. You showed them that love could be calm and still powerful. That someone could look at them and see beyond the armor. That someone could listen without needing to fix them. You taught them what safety feels like, and now everything else feels shallow. But here's the part that hurts them: the timing. They keep saying, if only I'd met you sooner, if only I were younger or older, freer, braver. They replay possibilities in their mind like alternate realities, wondering how life would look if courage had come earlier. The guilt of that weighs heavy. They call it impossible, but their heart keeps whispering, what if it isn't? Don't underestimate how strong their denial is. They've built walls out of logic, reason, reputation. Yet every night, when the noise fades, they feel you. That's when their defenses crack. They picture you doing ordinary things, making coffee, reading, walking, laughing with someone else, and the thought fills them with both warmth and jealousy. Because part of them wants you happy, another part can't bear the idea that happiness might not include them. There's something they want to say, and though they haven't spoken it yet, it's already forming in their spirit. I never stopped feeling it. The words stay trapped behind fear, but they pulse inside their chest like a heartbeat. And soon those words will find a way out. Pay attention over the coming days. The universe will start aligning small signs that carry big meaning. You might stumble upon something that reminds you of them, a picture, a message, an old song, and the moment you do, they'll be thinking of you at the same time. That's how soul chords work. Energy mirrored, emotion echoed. At first, you may doubt it. You'll question if you're just romanticizing the past. But the repetition of signs will silence that doubt. They will come in clusters, dreams, symbols, words you both once shared, until the pattern is undeniable. And when that happens, do not panic. It isn't meant to confuse you, it's meant to prepare you. Because something in them is shifting. They are beginning to surrender. Slowly, cautiously, but undeniably. They're starting to accept that what they feel for you isn't weakness, it's truth. And that realization will terrify them at first. Expect silence, mixed signals, hesitation. It's their instinct to retreat when they feel vulnerable. But even in retreat, they'll reach out indirectly, liking a post, replaying your stories, leaving subtle traces of their attention. That's them testing the water, asking without words. Is it safe to come closer? You might think it's childish. You might feel tired of waiting. But remember, this isn't about immaturity, it's about fear of losing control. People fear the ones who can touch their souls without trying. And you, my dear one, have done exactly that. So here's what you must do: stay open but stay grounded. Do not chase. Do not demand. Let the energy flow naturally. The more peace you radiate, the more courage they find. The heart feels safest when it senses calm on the other side. Your stillness will be their invitation. There will be a moment very soon when you'll feel a heavy stillness in the air, a strange peace after days of emotional static. That will be the sign their spirit has made a decision. They may not have spoken yet, but in their heart they've chosen to stop running. You'll feel it before you see it. Listen, my chosen one. The kind of love forming here does not announce itself loudly. It moves quietly through signs, through intuition, through the subtle alignment of events that no human could script. It grows in silence until one day it becomes impossible to hide. So when the nights feel heavy, when you start to question if this connection is all in your head, remember this energy doesn't lie. Their silence is not absence. It's resistance. And resistance is the clearest proof of depth. If it were shallow, it would have faded long ago. Keep your heart steady. Keep your spirit calm. You are both being pulled toward a point of convergence, a moment where truth outweighs fear. It's closer than you think. Don't scroll. Breathe. Listen again to what your body already knows: they still love you. They always did. And soon they won't be able to hide it. My beloved one, listen carefully. Take a deep breath, slow down, and let your heart be still for a moment. What I'm about to tell you will make sense of the strange quiet you've been feeling lately. There's a reason the air feels heavy with something unspoken. The reason you've been waking up with their name on your mind or sensing their energy even in silence. Because right now they're standing at the edge of surrender. They've spent so long fighting what they feel for you. They told themselves it was just timing or difference or logic. They tried to analyze their way out of it to make the feeling small enough to fit inside reason. But love doesn't shrink, it expands. And this love has been growing, pressing against every wall they've built until there's nowhere left to hide. You have to understand this is new territory for them. They've never felt something that reaches this deep or lasts this long. Most connections faded quickly in their past, but yours, it lingers. Even in silence. Especially in silence. When they think of you, their whole energy shifts. The guard drops. Their spirit softens. The world feels calmer, gentler, more forgiving. That's what scares them, how you changed the weather inside them without even trying. You don't demand. You don't chase. You simply exist, and your existence has become the mirror they can't stop looking into. But they're tired now. Tired of pretending they don't care. Tired of replaying the same inner debate over and over. Should I reach out? Should I let it go? What if they've forgotten me? What if I'm too late? They run circles in their head, and every loop ends the same way. I still love them. Something is shifting in the unseen. You can feel it, can't you? That subtle change in the energy around you, that strange sense of calm after weeks of restless emotion. It's not random. It's alignment. The kind that happens when two hearts finally stop pulling in opposite directions. Listen, my dear one. The person who once avoided your gaze is now drawn to it. The one who stayed silent is practicing words in their head. They've been imagining the moment they finally reach out, how it would feel, what they would say, how they'd explain everything. They've written messages and deleted them over and over. They've stared at your name on their screen, fingers trembling, afraid of what happens after they hit send. Because reaching out to you means vulnerability. It means no more pretending. It means admitting that every barrier they built, age, distance, timing, pride, was just fear wearing different masks. And that's the truth, my beloved one. This isn't about age or circumstance. It's about courage. It always was. And now courage is winning. You'll start noticing small ripples first. A comment where you didn't expect one. A glimpse of them watching from afar, liking something old, revisiting memories quietly. These are not coincidences. These are gentle rehearsals for the confession that's coming. You might feel the urge to reach out too. That's part of the connection, it's mutual. Your spirits move together even when your minds don't. But hold your peace a little longer. Let them take the step this time. The energy is preparing for that shift. When it happens, it won't be grand or cinematic. It will be simple but sacred. Maybe a short message. Maybe a look that lasts too long. Maybe a conversation that starts ordinary but ends with trembling honesty. The moment won't need labels. You'll feel it before you understand it. You'll notice the way their tone changes, softer, uncertain but real. Their eyes will hold a kind of apology that words can't deliver. They may not say "I missed you" outright, but their energy will scream it. You'll sense the years in their silence, the nights they stayed awake replaying what they never said. Don't rush them, let the moment breathe. Love that deep doesn't need to be forced, it needs to be felt. Listen closely, this connection was always a slow burn for a reason. The pause between you was not punishment. It was preparation. You both needed time to grow, to shed old skins, to heal old fears. Because the kind of love that lasts forever can't start in pieces. It must start whole. And now both of you are different. Stronger. Softer. Wiser. The wounds that once made you afraid of love are now the proof that you're ready for it. They see that in you. They see the peace you carry now, and it draws them closer. You've changed in ways they can't ignore. You're no longer waiting, you're becoming. And that transformation is magnetic. They can sense when your heart softens toward them even from a distance. It gives them courage. Every time you think kindly of them, every time you forgive them silently, you're sending energy that whispers it's safe now. And they hear it even if they don't understand how. That's why your forgiveness matters more than words. It's the bridge that allows their heart to cross back to you. Soon you'll feel an undeniable shift. You'll wake up one morning and know something's coming. You'll feel a mix of calm and anticipation, like standing in the quiet before sunrise. That's when you'll know they've made their choice. They'll come forward not as who they were but as who they've become, humbled, honest, ready to listen, ready to speak. It might not happen dramatically, but it will happen truthfully. And when it does, remember, you don't need to prove you waited. You don't need to explain your faith. Your presence will say everything. They'll see it in your eyes, the steadiness, the grace, the quiet forgiveness, and that will be enough. My beloved, this is the season of unveiling. The truth that has lived in both hearts is coming to light. You don't need to chase or demand confirmation. Life will bring it to your doorstep in perfect timing. Stay calm, stay open, stay believing. What's yours is already moving closer. Every delay, every silence, every question was part of the preparation. Now the story is shifting from what was hidden to what will finally be spoken. And when they speak, when those long-held words finally leave their lips, you'll realize something profound: that love never left. It only waited for the right moment to be free. Don't scroll, stay still. Because what comes next is not confusion, it's clarity. What once felt impossible is starting to find its way home to you. My beloved one, slow your breathing for a moment. Let your shoulders drop. You've carried this tension for so long that peace may even feel strange, but peace is exactly what's coming. The tide has already turned. The silence between you is no longer emptiness, it's anticipation. They've finally reached the point where holding everything inside hurts more than speaking it. For weeks they've rehearsed conversations in their mind, sentences that begin and end with your name, until the weight of them became too heavy to carry alone. They've chosen to stop hiding. The moment of confession is near. It may happen quietly, perhaps a message at an unexpected hour: "Hey, I know it's been a while." Or maybe a coincidence too perfect to explain, a chance meeting, a shared space, a crossing of paths that feels written. Whatever form it takes, you will know. The air will feel different, dense with meaning. Your heart will skip, not from fear but recognition. When it happens, do not rush. Let the silence hold the first few seconds. Look into their eyes. You'll see the truth trembling there before they ever find words. Longing, apology, awe. They won't come with grand speeches, they'll come with sincerity. Their voice may break. Their hands may shake. Every small movement will say what pride once kept quiet. I still love you. You don't need to answer right away. Just listen. Let them pour out the things they could never say, how they tried to move on, how every face reminded them of you, how time only deepened what they denied. You'll hear the exhaustion in their tone, the relief of finally telling the truth. And in that honesty something inside you will soften. Because this isn't about winning or losing. It's about release. They might stumble through explanations why they distanced themselves, how the world's opinions made them afraid, how they thought letting you go was the right thing. Don't interrupt. Their guilt has already punished them more than silence ever could. What they need now isn't justification, it's grace. When you finally speak, let your words come from calm, not pain. Tell them what you learned in the quiet. Tell them how the distance made you stronger, how you stopped chasing and started trusting, how you found peace that no absence could steal. You don't owe them anger. You owe yourself honesty. And the truth is, you still feel the connection. You always have. As you talk, something invisible will unfold between you. The tension will start to dissolve, replaced by the warmth that only truth brings. You'll feel it in small details, the way their posture relaxes when you smile, the way your voice steadies when you say their name again. It will feel like remembering a language you both used to speak fluently. Don't be surprised if tears come. Tears are just the body's way of releasing what the soul has carried too long. Let them fall. Let the moment wash you both clean. There may be pauses, long stretches of quiet where neither of you speaks. That silence is sacred. It's the sound of two hearts realigning, beating back into rhythm. During those pauses, look at them fully. You'll see it clearly now. They never stopped choosing you. They only lost the courage to act on it. And now courage has returned. At some point, they'll reach for your hand, or their voice will tremble as they say something simple yet enormous. I'm sorry. I never stopped caring. That will be the turning point. You don't need elaborate promises, only that truth spoken without fear. Everything after that will feel lighter. You might not decide everything in that first meeting. That's fine. What matters is that honesty has replaced avoidance. The story that once ended in silence has found its continuation. The universe doesn't rush reunion, it honors timing. What's beginning now isn't a replay of the past, it's a new chapter written with awareness. As you part that day, you'll notice small shifts inside yourself. The ache that lived under your ribs will ease. The uncertainty that haunted you will quiet. You'll realize you're no longer waiting. You're participating in something real. Even if the path ahead requires patience. It's no longer a path of guessing, it's a path of growth. That night when you lie down, memories will surface, the first moment you met, the laughter, the pauses, the reasons it all felt impossible. But instead of pain, you'll feel gratitude. Every delay, every misunderstanding brought you here, to this clarity, this maturity, this tenderness. And for them, they'll sleep peacefully for the first time in months. Because telling you the truth was freedom. Because hearing your calm acceptance was healing. Because they finally understand that love doesn't need permission when it's built on respect. Listen closely, my dear one. The confession isn't the end of the story, it's the doorway. Through it comes understanding, forgiveness, and the chance to rebuild something authentic. You both will walk slower this time. You'll speak with care. You'll protect what you ignored before. There will still be fears, questions of how it could work, how others might react, but compared to the weight you've both carried, those fears are small. You'll face them together step by step, guided by the quiet certainty that this connection was never meant to disappear. So, as you close your eyes tonight, breathe deeply, feel the relief of knowing truth is out in the open. The storm has passed. The sky between you is clearing. Don't scroll. Let that peace sink in. What's unfolding now is not fantasy, it's the slow, honest return of two souls finally ready to meet as equals. My beloved one, sit quietly for a moment. Let the noise of the day fade until you can hear your own breathing. The air has changed now, you can feel it. The confession has been spoken, the silence between you broken, and in its place something gentler begins to grow. This is the stage after the storm, when the ground is still damp with old rain, but new shoots are already pushing through. They are different now. You can sense it in every word, every glance. The fear that once held them back has softened into humility. They listen more, rush less, reach for you without calculation. They have stopped performing strength and started learning honesty. What you are seeing is not a return to how things were. It's the birth of something quieter, truer. There will be awkward moments, small silences, when you both search for footing, instinctively testing if the connection can hold your full weight. It can. Each conversation, each shared laugh, each accidental touch will weave new threads over the torn places. You will begin to trust that the warmth you feel is safe to rest in again. Do not hurry the rebuilding. Healing has its own rhythm. Some days they will lean close, hungry for your nearness. Other days they will retreat a little, trying to understand the unfamiliar calm between you. Both are natural. When they pull back, do not panic. Love is learning to breathe. When they lean in, meet them with presence, not expectation. That balance is what will keep this new foundation strong. You'll notice subtle things, how they start to speak in we instead of I, how they ask about your days with genuine curiosity, how their laughter feels unguarded again. Small things, but sacred. This is how love proves itself, not through grand gestures but through daily steadiness. One evening soon you'll share quiet together. No background noise, no explanations. Just stillness. And in that stillness something wordless will pass between you, gratitude. They'll look at you with eyes that say, thank you for waiting, for forgiving, for believing when I didn't. You'll answer without speaking, thank you for returning with truth, not excuses. There is a gentleness to reconciliation that outsiders never see. It's not fireworks. It's sunrise. Slow light, soft colors, warmth that returns gradually until suddenly you realize the darkness is gone. That is what this stage feels like. And if you allow it, that peace will seep into every part of your life. Listen closely. The love that survives separation doesn't need to prove itself through drama. It proves itself through peace. You won't need to question every silence anymore. You'll know the difference between absence and rest. When they're quiet now, it won't mean withdrawal, it will mean trust. They know you'll still be there. You'll feel the same. Soon you'll start to make small plans, coffee, walks, ordinary moments, that once felt impossible. Each shared experience will rewrite an old memory. Where pain once lived, ease will take its place. Where doubt once whispered, reassurance will hum softly. This is the slow miracle of healing. There may be moments of fear. Your mind will test you. What if it breaks again? What if the world judges? When that happens, breathe and remember, fear is only the echo of what used to be. It has no authority over what is being created now. Speak gently to that fear. You are no longer needed. Then return to the present, the steady heartbeat beside you, the warmth of a hand that finally doesn't pull away. They are learning just as you are, that love isn't about perfection, it's about presence. There will still be differences, yes, but now you both approach them with curiosity instead of defensiveness. That is growth. That is maturity. And when others question the connection because they will smile quietly, you owe no explanations. People see the surface, they don't see the prayers, the patience, the nights of surrender that brought you here. Your story doesn't need to make sense to anyone else. It only needs to feel true to your souls. As days turn into weeks, you'll notice that everything around you begins to reflect the change inside you. Music sounds softer. Colors seem warmer. Even the air feels lighter. That's what peace does. It reshapes the world through the lens of gratitude. Every morning becomes a small thanksgiving. Remember, though reunion is not the end of growth. It is the beginning of partnership. Now the real work starts, the work of loving with awareness, of choosing each other even when it's inconvenient, of keeping honesty alive. The divine lesson hidden in this story was never simply about finding each other, it was about learning how to stay when staying requires courage. You will have days when memories of the past resurface. When that happens, hold them gently. They are no longer warnings, they are reminders of how far you've both come. Look at them, bless them, and let them dissolve. Every time you do, the bond between you strengthens. Listen, my dear one. You are not returning to what was. You are walking into what can be. The difference is vast. Before, love was fueled by longing, now it's sustained by understanding. Before, it was about wanting, now it's about being. And this shift is what will make it last. So, tonight, as you rest, release the habit of waiting for disaster. Let yourself trust the calm. Let yourself enjoy the softness. You have earned this peace. They have earned the chance to give it. Together you are building something sacred from the pieces of what once broke you. Do not scroll yet. Close your eyes for a second and feel it, the quiet hum between you, the invisible thread that no longer hurts to hold. That's the sound of two hearts finally beating in rhythm again. That's healing. That's love rebuilt. My beloved one, breathe deeply. Feel how the air moves easier now, how your chest no longer tightens when you think of them. The storm has truly passed. What remains is the calm after truth, the sacred silence that follows healing, where words aren't needed because understanding already fills the space between you. You have both changed. The versions of you that once collided in confusion have grown into something steadier, quieter, and infinitely stronger. This is what love looks like when it matures. It doesn't burn endlessly, it glows. It's the kind of warmth that lasts through seasons. You'll start to notice how effortlessly you fit now. Conversations flow without fear of misunderstanding. Laughter feels deeper because it comes from safety. Even the pauses carry meaning. Where there used to be tension, there's now a rhythm, a pulse that moves in harmony. You no longer measure time by their absence, you live in the presence of what is real. When you look at them now, you see not the person who left but the one who returned. The one who chose growth. The one who learned that love isn't ownership, it's understanding. You'll find yourself forgiving things you once thought unforgivable, not because you've forgotten the pain but because peace has finally become more precious than pride. There will be moments when you both stop mid-sentence, smiling quietly, realizing how far you've come. The world around you may still question, may still whisper about differences, age, circumstance, logic, but you no longer need the world's approval. You've lived through the wilderness of doubt and found your own truth on the other side. This love doesn't shout for attention. It speaks through gentleness. It shows itself in the way they listen, in the way they remember. Small details, in the way their hand naturally finds yours. You'll feel it in ordinary mornings, sharing coffee, walking side by side, catching each other's eyes and seeing gratitude there instead of fear. That's the real miracle. Not fireworks, not dramatic gestures, just peace. The kind of peace that whispers, "I'm home." Remember, my dear one, this connection was never sent to rescue you. It was sent to awaken you. Every heartbreak, every separation, every tear was shaping your capacity to love without losing yourself. And now you are living the proof that real love begins where fear ends. You may still see signs, numbers, songs, little coincidences, but now they won't come as reminders of longing. They'll come as confirmations of alignment. The universe saying, yes, this is where you're meant to be. The more you rest in gratitude, the stronger this energy becomes. Bless the past instead of resenting it. Every delay protected you from immaturity. Every detour taught you faith. Without those lessons, this moment wouldn't feel so clear. You'll notice blessings unfolding beyond the relationship itself. Work, friendships, health, areas that once felt stuck begin to move again. That's what happens when hearts heal. The energy that was trapped in waiting becomes available for living. Love doesn't just mend emotions, it restores flow. Sometimes they will look at you as if trying to memorize the sight of you. They'll tell you things like, "I still can't believe you stayed kind." And you'll smile, because you know now that kindness was never weakness, it was strength disguised as patience. One day much later you'll tell this story together. Maybe not publicly, maybe just between you, but you'll laugh about the old fear, the missed signals, the stubborn silence. You'll talk about how destiny took its time but never abandoned you. And as you talk, you'll realize the most beautiful part: you didn't just find each other, you found yourselves. That is what divine timing really means. It's not about waiting for someone else to change, it's about becoming ready for the version of love that mirrors your wholeness. Listen carefully, my beloved one. The lesson of this journey is simple: love is not meant to be chased, proven, or performed. It is meant to be lived quietly, daily, faithfully. When two souls reach this understanding, they stop searching for signs because their very existence together becomes the sign. So live. Walk hand in hand without looking back for validation. Let your laughter fill the spaces that once held worry. Let your shared silence be prayer enough. And when doubts occasionally whisper, remind yourself we are exactly where we're meant to be. The universe doesn't reward perfection, it blesses sincerity. And your sincerity, your willingness to forgive, to hope, to love again is what opened this door. Tonight, as you close your eyes, picture the two of you standing under a soft evening sky. No more questions, no more distance, just two lights that finally stopped running and learned to shine together. Feel the peace in that image. That's not imagination. That's arrival. My dear one, your story was never about forbidden love, it was about fearless love. You didn't defy the world. You listened to your soul. And now heaven, fate, the universe, whatever name you give it, is smiling upon you. Carry this peace with you. Protect it not by fear but by gratitude. Let your love become a quiet blessing to those who witness it, proof that patience and truth can turn impossibility into harmony. Do not scroll. Sit in this silence a little longer. Feel the stillness between your heartbeats. That is the sound of fulfillment, of divine timing finally fulfilled. You are home, you are chosen. You are loved. Forever.